What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Michigan Great Outdoors. Today I'm really excited to present my review of the Tethrd Skeletors. There's a lot of reviews out there on these sticks, and I kind of waited. I've had these sticks since last December. I took them on a few hunts, so this is going to be a long-term review. I've had them for a while. I've had them in the woods. Some of the reviews that are out there, they were more like unboxing style reviews. This is a real long-term review, and the Tethrd 1.6 just came out, so should you get the Tethrd 1 stick? Should you get the Skeletors? Let's go ahead and get stuck in. So Tethrd Skeletors, very cool stick. I've heard people talk about it looks like the leverage stick. I don't really know. I never had leverage sticks. I saw pictures of them, so yes, they do look similar to the leverage, but I don't have any experience with the leverage sticks. These come in at a very affordable price, so that's what kind of led me to ordering these. I think I got these on sale for 200 bucks, so that's 50 bucks a stick. And 50 bucks a stick with, a lot of features. There's really is a lot of features going on here. So looking at this stick, as you can see, I have it really high in the air. This is how I ran it last season. So I'm getting about 7 foot out of one stick, basically eliminating my bottom stick using a backwoods mobile gear 3-step aider. Now I have a couple different kinds. 16 inches step to step is what I like. This is actually the 14. A couple of the features looking at the stick is obviously the Dynalite rope, which is basically Dyneema or Amsteel. Now, I don't know the country of origin on this Amsteel. I hope it's the Samson Blue stuff, not the Chinese knockoff Amsteel. This is a Chinese made stick, so I'm not sure, I don't know where it came from, but it is really nice. So you can see they have the Dynalite tab here, or button or whatever, and you wrap it around and then you crisscross it, and then you put a little half hitch on it just to be safe. So a very awesome attachment method. I think it's probably the best attachment method out there, to be honest with you. I used this on several hunts last year and I never had any issues hooking it up. I was concerned about the fiddle factor with my fingers in cold weather. I use mechanics gloves, so they have a pretty good dexterity. And even I took this on the first hunt when I took these out, it was like 5 degrees. I had no problem hooking these up. I had no problem getting them down. The steps, so they will fold up out of the way, and then they're, because of the way that this aluminum extrusion is, they stick out from the tree. So a really nice feature, gives you a lot of foot room. That's a complaint with, if you compare these to like B sticks, B sticks are probably the best, in my opinion, best double stick on the market, but there's not a lot of foot room. So this, you have really good foot room, and you also have a really nice bracket here. As you can see, tons of good bite on these teeth, and they bite really well. So you can see this is a red oak tree, hard to bite into a red oak, and it's bit in very well. All right, so looking at the stick, we'll talk about specs real quick. We have a 20-inch long stick, 18-inch step to step, so that's pretty standard anymore. It seems like everybody's kind of going to 18 inches. They come in right at 2.1 pounds on my scale, so they're advertised at 2. They come in at 2.1. I had one at 2.4. So you're looking at about 8.4, 8.5 pounds for a set of 4. Like I said, they do come in a 4-pack. Original price was $224.99. Sometimes they're on sale for 200 bucks. So you can get these bad boys for 50 bucks a stick. So a great deal, a great price. They have, like I said, the Dynalite rope. And what's really nice is they put this tab here at the bottom, so you can kind of use that to, organize your rope after your hunt. They have the patent pending stick pin lock system, which it works really well in warm climates. But what I did notice is when it's very cold in the winter, these get extremely stiff, and it's hard to push into the respective female end. And it works. I had a buddy that already bent one before he even got to the woods, he was playing around in his backyard and already bent one of these hooks. So I definitely think that they are going to be a disposable item. You can already buy them on Tethr's website. I would suggest, if you decide to go with this stick, that you'd probably get some more of these just to stock them, to have them. I've also thought about possibly drilling out these holes just like a, you know, a thousandth of an inch more, just to make it a little bit more easy to slide them in. If I could complain anything about these sticks, it would be the stick pin system. I think it's a great idea. It works well when you get them in, but sometimes it's hard to be quiet with these. First hunt I went on, I took them out and I was set up really tight to bedding, and I was pushing them apart, and I slicked one on another stick, and within 5 minutes I could hear deer moving off. So definitely I blew that hunt for sure. All right, so there is some fiddle factor when you are done with your hunt and you're packing up. You know, trying to get these stuck together quietly, it can be difficult. Or unstucking them, you know, when you get to your tree. As you can see, I'm not having the best luck already right now. There we go. So when they're stuck together, they're incredible. I mean, they are awesome. But it is 70 degrees out right now. When it gets cold, these little pins, they get super hard. They're very, very hard to push in. So I think that if you're gonna go with these, I think the stick will work fine. You just have to, you know, decide if you're hunting like a beast and you're bed hunting, maybe this isn't the best option. I know you could probably stealth strip these. I've saw some guys that they've covered these things in stealth strips, which should help. But trying to get these apart, what I found that worked for me is I kind of like stuck it in my groin a little bit and pushed it apart. Right there, it didn't make any noise. So that's what I've done. Yeah, I think that these are a really quality item. You know, for being made in China, I think this is probably Tethrd's best product so far that they've come out with that's made over there. There has been, actually, now that I think about it, there has been some guys that have bent standoffs. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he made a video about it. I'll try to, maybe I'll put a screenshot in there of his video where he actually bent one of these standoffs, and he bent it really bad. It looked horrible, to be honest with you, and that would seem to be a little scary way up high in the tree if that was to happen. So always make sure you use your lineman rope. Apparently, I don't know, I never really heard a reason why they're bending. I guess there is a retrofit that you can get, so you can get new lower standoffs. Tethrd is not replacing all standoffs. They're just doing it as a case-by-case basis, which I don't really agree with, especially if they have a real problem with that. But I don't know. They seem to kind of make their own rules when it comes to stuff like that. But again, a nice option. I think it's a good stick. They did make a video explaining how to hook up the stick. It's on Tethrd's website. But again, it's very simple. But essentially, you're just going to go around. You go around the button, and then you come through, and then you exit, set the stick, and then you can just do a half hitch on the other side. So very easy, quick. Like I said, it works out pretty well. Even in cold temperatures with gloves, I was able to do it really easily. I think the key is, and I saw Tethrd, they made a video about it, is to make sure that you're setting this stick properly. So you want to pull out the bottom and really pull down as hard as you can. If you have a 3-step aider on there, you can do it as well. Just put your foot in the aider, pull down, put some weight into it, and you should be good to go. So I'm guessing here what's happening is that maybe the guy didn't set his stick properly, and because there's no stretch in this am steel rope here, when he put his weight into there, all the force was applied into this lower standoff and it just bent. That's what I'm guessing that happened. It doesn't seem like, I haven't heard of a ton of guys bending these standoffs, but it's definitely something to be aware about. If it happens to me, best believe I'll report it back to you guys. And yeah, I like the Amsteel, the Dynalite rope, or whatever they want to call it, Dyneema or whatever it is. I really like Amsteel. I wish they would have went up a size. This seems like it's probably 7/64, which is plenty strong enough for most guys. But if you go up one size, it goes from a 320 brake strength all the way to a 500 brake strength. So I would have loved to see them just go up to the 500. Seems like it would be, you know, make it overkill and just be done with it. One of the interesting things as well is when I ordered these sticks, they came, and then about a month later, maybe 2 months later, the bolts for this Dynalite tab, they had replacement bolts that were, I guess, like a couple millimeters longer. So I'm guessing maybe there was not enough threads biting into there, because it does bolt from the back. So that was something that they sent out to me, and I installed those. You know, I'm sure if they're selling new sets of sticks, they've probably changed those out already, I hope. All right, so again, these sticks are a very nice option. You know, you got to figure with a 4-pack, with, you know, conservative spacing, you're probably only going to get about 12 foot high. That's why I think an 8er is a must. If you have a, you know, this is an 18-inch step to step. If you went with an 18-inch gap, you're only going to get about 12 foot. You definitely want to have a bigger gap than that. So you could probably stretch it to like 13, 14. Now, if you add just one 3-step 8er to the bottom step, you're adding 4 foot. So you're going to be able to get to 16, you know, 17, 18 foot pretty easily. That's why I'm considering adding another one of these 8ers, because I like the ability to try to get to 20 foot. So you got to think about that. 18-inch step to step, it is kind of short, but, you know, that's the big rave right now. Everybody's hunting low. I like to get high, so I'm definitely going to carry at least one, if not 2 of these 8ers in my bag. So comparing these to the Tethrd 1 sticks, the 1 sticks, the Gen 2s just came available. I did order a set, so we're gonna put these to the test against them. So you have a bunch of features in an affordable stick, and then you have the Tethrd 1 sticks, which are very expensive, but they have a lot of really great features, and they're supposed to be like 15 ounces. They're supposed to fix some of the issues they had. So I think it'll be a good comparison between the two. Now, if you're budget, you know, conscious, this is, I think, a great way to go. Just be mindful of, you know, there has been a couple instances where this bottom standoff is bent. You got to keep that in your mind. Always use your lineman's rope. Always be tethered in, you know, when you get to the top. And yeah, I think this is a really good stick. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm going to keep this set of 4 forever, and I'm probably going to use them. I like to kind of switch it up a little bit. They went really nicely. You put 2 on each side of a case 2.0 pack. That's what I hunted with last year, and it worked tremendously, because once these sticks are locked in, they're very tight. They don't make any noise. It's just trying to get them apart. And if you use the groinal method, I think it works out the best. So this is a review. Hopefully it's helpful. There's been a lot of reviews already done. This is my review. It took me a little while to get it out. Probably should have done it a long time ago, but it's done now. So hopefully it's helpful. See you on the next one. Peace.